the Lions. With that, let's head up to Detroit as we say hello to our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions.
Cowboys.
First and 10, Stafford. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Riddick. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They go back to Riddick. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that run.
Incomplete. He was aiming for his tight end, Clay Harbor, there. And it's third down. And now the defense for Dallas.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at quarterback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
They'll fake the give. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Well, Zeke continues to lead the NFL in rushing by a wide margin against the Giants on Sunday night. Racked up his 5th 100-yard outing of the year, but 24 carries to get to 107.
And they don't mind that at all because with 24 carries, that usually means Dallas is controlling the clock and controlling the scoreboard. In this game, what the Giants did was let him have his carries, but they kept him from getting those super explosive plays. His best run of the night, just 15 yards. They made him really work for it.
Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
A first down carry by Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
A second down throw for Prescott. Finding time. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. And, Charles, let's switch gears for a second. Big news on Monday. Los Angeles now looking for a new head coach. Could it be a good thing that they make this move now as opposed to at the end of the season?
I think in a lot of ways, yes, because you become the focal point for all people who might be trying
here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football.
Watching?
This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. He gets it complete.
That's what cover 2, and they went deep. Oh,
there, 22. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. And a reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, here in the booth, we have a playoff picture if it ended today, and I'm looking at the AFC to take a quick pivot. The Patriots, Chiefs, Raiders all looking very good. Past that, a lot of shuffling still could be done.
Well, let's face it, AFC East has been locked down for a lot of years, so we know how that's going to turn out. But let's head out west because Oakland and Kansas City are tied at 10-3. But Kansas City swept the season series, so they have the ultimate tiebreaker right there. And the AFC South, the records may not be pretty, but it's snug there. Houston, Tennessee both tied, and Indianapolis just one game back.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
3rd and 4. Now Dunbar, and he is going to lose yardage here, and a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country, and at BYU was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really likes soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential, he's realizing it here.
1st down, Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Firing quickly here. That's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
And quickly, they get to the line. Prescott to throw it. He's got time in the pocket. Now he's flushed out right. And the Cowboys
Ben, I hope you're watching.
Zone for the touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Hey, he better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there, and in a big way.
At the lone receiver left. Throwing. Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5.
Hey, I can't believe I caught that shit.
Now whistles come in.
This guy's quitting. Yeah, he quit. I'm gonna try the Cardinals now. Even though they lost one of their receivers. Lineman fucking sucked all year.
And this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Palmer's Cardinals going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, yeah. Their defense sucks, though.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Roethlisberger on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true number one receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Patrick Peterson is almost an anomaly at cornerback. A big, thick, physical guy who can run with any receiver in the league.
And this one
oh, yeah, one of my linebackers got hurt.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. In the Buffalo snow, it was a little tough for Antonio Brown to get going. 5 catches, 78 yards. For most guys, that's, hey, pretty good game. And you just expect more from Brown. But, hey, Bell had it going on the ground.
They didn't need to use him to the extent that they normally do because of what you said. Le'Veon Bell 236 yards rushing. But when they did throw it to him, it was over 15 yards a catch. Antonio Brown, when he catches the football, he gains yardage.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That one good for 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Go. Like 80. These two. Left.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
You know, Charles, for a lot of fantasy football players, Week 14 was the first week of the playoffs. You remember back to draft day, Le'Veon Bell being out the first 3 weeks. Do I take him? Do I not? Well, those who took him, they were rewarded in Week 14. And in a big way, because Le'Veon Bell at Buffalo, 236 yards on the ground, 38 carries, 298 yards overall in the game. The snow didn't affect it. It's not just that he plays in Pittsburgh. Remember his background, Michigan State. He had some cold weather games, some nasty games in Spartanland as well. Yeah, and those 236 on the ground, franchise record. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game. And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They go play action here on first down. They've got his man complete.
He's laughing now, motherfucker.
The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson.
Dude scored on me. He sent me a message.
And the Cardinals are just an extra point away
score
from
number one
tying
play.
this game.
Score number one play. It took him like 10 plays.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so. Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Escaping the pressure.
Oh, hell no. Don't give me a flag for that.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards. And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it. Got rid of it. No one got it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the third.
I don't know. After you laugh at me, I ain't accepting that shit.
Playoff contention. There's still a glimmer of hope. And they played like it on Sunday. I know they lost the game to Miami. We understand they lost in overtime. But they were really essentially getting jumped on in that game. Hung in there, battled their way back, tied the game. So there's a reason they're still mathematically involved in this. They never quit. They don't give up. Against Miami, Johnson up over 100 yards from scrimmage, and he's done that all 13 games so far this season. That ties Edwin James for the longest streak to start a year. Pretty impressive. Really impressive. I mean, when you look at what he has done, especially on the ground, 80 yards in this game, catches it, of course, 41 yards against Miami, caught the two-point conversion that tied the game and sent it into overtime. There's simply not much that David Johnson can't do. And if their record warranted it, we'd be talking about him for the MVP. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. 23 yards on the play. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Slide into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter.
It's okay. I already know his defense.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back. He's got it complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything. Sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
He finds Coates complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. So he makes the grab and the change move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Man open left side is Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete here on third down. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And fourth down coming up.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's the fullback. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken the lead. another shot here at the PAT. Oh, this is blocked. And all the defense has it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have some.
What? No, he wasn't even touching me.
Down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Okay. This guy's talking shit. It's okay.
On second down, Palmer. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Now Palmer on third and long. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40.
Playing better.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. He's had it ever since he entered campus there, and still has it today.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Now Palmer. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. That one goes for 24 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Wide open receiver complete. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good for an Arizona first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, it's Palmer. And Nelson's got it here right side. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I'm broadcasting Deluxe.
Again, it's Palmer. Screenplay, Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going.
Now hold everything.
You know what I'm going to do?
Get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime.
Go back to me.
They come out with one back, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Carson Palmer with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead.
You're way behind.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Coates. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Now that's the way you run offense. Understanding your clock situation. Excellent job getting to the sideline and getting out of bounds. That's the way to conserve time.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Still has the ball, buddy.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Mike Mitchell coming up from the secondary to make the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
No.
Let's go.
On third down, Palmer. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Brown. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Here's Roethlisberger, brought in by Coates. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. He finds Coates complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Steelers a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account
whenever
for
they
a
run, I
running
usually
back
stop it.
essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one.
This guy keeps throwing passes to the outside and then the corner routes.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Goes underneath for Bell. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
I usually stop that play with the cover one.
He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. They come out here in the eye. And from the 3 now. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Well, fullback touchdowns have become rare. We just saw 2 of them by the same guy here.
And if you had him on your fantasy team, I'm hanging out with you now for stock tips.
So they're going to go for 2. They'll again try for 2, this time from the 7. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Here we go. Easy, easy.
Roethlisberger looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep.
You like this one bad.
Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals.
75 yard rushing touchdown.
David Johnson, 75 yards. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
I got 99 yards
after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at the 3.
Yeah. Fucking
he'll
cheating
get
me,
across
huh?
the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Oh.
Back now in Pittsburgh, and we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth.
Yeah. Let's see.
Another pistol look here. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. This is Bell on the dump off.
These fucking receivers aren't open, just running back.
Before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Steelers are going to have a first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Yeah, I'll
They
play
come
online.
up with one running back. That's Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right.
What? No. You know that was fucking cheating. Fuck, bro.
It goes as a pickup of 23.
Bullshit.
And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
That's what I'm saying.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to improvise. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a fourth-quarter lead. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there.
Time to raise the
They
block.
have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put them on the ground.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
You know what I'm going to do? The quarterback sneak just for the touchdown.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively.
I should have thought about it.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Blues 58.
Fuck, I don't know what to do.
Sally 19. Sally 19. Let's go. Let's go. Wide 18. Wide 18.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Perfect.
They come out here in the eye. Palmer's going to keep it on the sneak. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it's good enough for an Arizona first.
Most players will tell you that
Yeah,
night games,
I should have went to the right. I know.
They're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit.
It's over though.
Until the
It's
evening.
Over.
It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well. And now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2nd down, 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Get ready.
Palmer gives to Johnson. And some space here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I'm a message him because he kept telling me haha LOL. Up. I'm gonna screenshot and send this to y'all. He's probably pissed. Who y'all want me to run with now? Raiders? No, I'll use Raiders. Yeah. He did it. He did it the first touchdown. Yeah, I've done that to some people. Hey, with that. Yeah. $63. Oh, he squib kicked it to me.
You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Raiders going up against the Cowboys. With that, we'll send you out to Arlington, Texas.
Super Bowl right here.
Here's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20.
Yeah, I hope J.J. Watts goes to switch his team. I'm tired of seeing him lose.
Here we go. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The man whose father was a Cowboy, Mario Edwards Jr. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Third and long for Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
His little brother should be playing right now.
Now Carr on the bootleg, rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards.
I'm trying to get in field goal range. Sometimes.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A big play there for the Raiders. 30 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what they play man coverage against you. He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, and you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They tried to run the counter.
Oh, shit.
Just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive lineman sometimes
I messed
to
up.
pull or move
I say
to
press X
influence the
twice.
defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bet.
Oh,
they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
What the? Oh, hell no.
Not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. Dallas gets set to take
cheated.
the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive.
Well, straight up, I think he has his computer using his defense. That's why he stopped
Charles for the Dallas Cowboys.
And how about them at number 4 in the 2016 draft? Big needs on the defensive line, and they go with the running.
They go.
I think he's quitting. That guy messaged me back. He said, "You're trash. All your plays were one play. All your touchdowns were one play."
Star power.
They went star power, but Ezekiel Elliott, in a lot of ways, was exactly the right decision. When they had winning success in 2014, they did it running the football. Elliott can do that for them again.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Carey. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return, and the Raiders will take possession.
When this came out, I wasn't playing no Call of Duty.
They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Same formation.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And it's second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Connects it to Roberts, right side.
Yeah, hey, that helped.
When
I put circle to go up, X is wide open.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this is caught at the 8. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from
it. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's off by Orlando Scandrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown.
I'm thinking about blitzing.
So many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it. 3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They come out here in the eye. Give him 2 yards on that play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, he's got a good line.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who could do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special. They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. One man on the backfield, Elliott. Shipped together here from the D-line. Now Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. He was targeted 9 times, was Dez against New York. Just 1 catch for 10 yards. Also had a fumble.
2 catches against New York in 2 games this year for Dez Bryant. Janoris Jenkins, a pickup for the Giants in the offseason at cornerback, has done a nice job against him. But I will say this, if they go a 3rd time, they had better be prepared in New York because Dez Bryant, his pride and ability could be a breakout for him. Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Yeah.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And this one will be taken up.
Well, I'll be baiting to go
right
for it.
7.
Nah, I should cut it.
4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Should I punt it? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going to run.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4.
Oh,
and
fuck.
Now we're going to get a delay of
Man.
game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Should I run corner strike or four verticals and audible my running back to do an out route?
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. One receiver to the left is Cooper. They do go for it. It's Carr.
Oh, hell.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Awesome.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Wow.
The tip there altered the ball.
That was all pick city right there.
It'll be 2nd down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down. And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, he got lucky.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh,
and his guys are going to
I
take
swear
over
this game
at the 31-yard
is fucking
line.
cheating for his
So
ass.
out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter, punch.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Prescott now on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I ran it because they usually blitz like crazy right there.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Now Carr on the bootleg. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Can't believe we fucking caught that shit. Watch second half, he's gonna start fumbling and all that shit for him. Watch.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout.
I can't believe his fucking defense is breaking.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Carr to throw on second down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones,
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense.
I should have stuck with the Raiders playbook.
Remaining here before we get to halftime. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Prescott to throw it. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
He's got time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And now they're in the hurry up.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
You know, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore. And no escaping this time as he'll go
He's blitzing
down.
my
They
ass.
got him for a sack. Anthony Hitchens in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. One receiver to the left is Cooper. On second down, here's Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Seth Roberts, 60 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the
there's your hot route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away.
I hot routed. I put my wide out to go straight.
Yeah. He'll bring it a few past the 20
That's why
to
he
the
was
23-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
Just that one receiver to go straight.
Right now, he always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Here we go.
Second down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Carry on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Carr now on first down. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They go play action, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Hey, I got to play right here.
Coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
I pressed it, but it didn't work. I'm going to throw it straight down to the middle.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Oh, why is it making me go for
Johnny
2? I
Holden,
don't go for 2.
an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts.
I am throwing them off.
Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went.
He's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So
I scored twice in the quarter. Took him.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
This guy,
move the ball,
cannot run the ball. So I'm going to run 3-4.
And hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Let's go.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. He's got
Oh, hell no.
A gain of 32.
Of course, that's better than the catch. That's true.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they did there.
Took out his main receiver.
So second down, 3 yards to go now.
That's Bryant.
Here we go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. Now the ball comes loose. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Arlington. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Time to ground it out now with Murray. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Carr now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage. Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground.
Oh, fuck. No, I didn't.
The turnover they needed, it's intercepted.
I didn't want to throw it over there.
The linebacker, Sean Lee. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. and come away with nothing.
Fucking easy as
Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. A first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
I spied my fastest defensive man.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's caught at the 3.
Wow.
And take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out of bounds there on the kick. Turns, hands to Murray. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Floating one, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And it's 3rd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
To throw, it's Carr.
Y'all game cheat. Oh my God.
Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack.
Fucking bullshit. My running back was being blocked by the lineman.
And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Again, it's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
They come out here in the I. Now this is Bryant on the end around. And he'll lose yardage. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. If he's smart, he'll
go for the field goal. But he ain't.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
No. It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Oakland. 42 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Oh, shit.
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. Flushed out right.
Yeah, I'm done. It's over.